And now, onto the last of the regular levels in the game, Rainbow Resort. Surprise, surprise, there is a small little rainbow hint, and no resort in the slightest. I feel like I got gypped on this vacation. So yes, we have made it through and are now finally at the last of the regular stages of the game. And let me tell you, they are a lot more manageable than Orange Ocean, especially in terms of switch getting. What do I mean by that? While in Orange Ocean, we had to get a switch in each and every single stage, inside of Rainbow Resort, there are only 2 switches, and they are the last 2 switches in the game. The first of the switches is going to be inside stage 1 right here. The second of the switches is going to be in the final stage, stage 6. But have you all caught on the little hint that this game has been throwing out at you when it comes to the level names? Well, if you take the first letter of each and every single one of the level names, starting with Vegetable Valley and eventually going down to Rainbow Resort, you get Roy G. Biv spelled backwards, otherwise known as the Rainbow. I find that's a nice little touch, you know, to accentuate the fact, hey, this is Kirby in color. And that's also been sort of, you know, hinted at with the different colors of enemies. We've had different colored water dews, different colored hotheads, different colored, really, any enemy for that matter, except for the main bosses, now that I think about it. They're generally one color or another. But either way, that's a nice little hint. That's what Kirby games generally will end up doing, is they will hide a message inside of their level names, and it's always fun to piece that together. Anyway, for the first switch that's inside this stage, you're gonna need this Waddle Doo in order to get beams, so then we can get everything. You're also going to need that Fireball ability right there, but we'll be dealing with that once we end up clearing open the path. The reason why you're going to need yourself the beam ability is because you're going to need to break these blocks that are here, because as we saw before, where the Waddle Doo was, there was a little hidden path. And there's another one right here, and you're going to need beam in order to break it. I recommend leaving some of the platforms upwards so then you can, you know, get to this easier. I unfortunately didn't, so I made this a little bit harder. And what I was going to do is I was going to go and try and see, okay, maybe I can just use Fireball, break a couple of them. But then I realized, you know what, no, I'm going to need to break open with the beam ability. And luckily, I have enough to be able to do this. But you can only break up to those 2 blocks right here. These 2 blocks that are right there, you're going to need the Fireball ability in order to get. So let's have him come over here, completely kill that. Go me. Oh, great. Now we got Waddle Dees. Right, now let's have him come over this way. Suck him up. And let's use Fireball to get the first of the switches, avoiding the Waddle Dees this time. So, break that. And here is our second to last switch, which reveals a crane game. That crane game I'm not going to be showing, but I will say this, that is probably the hardest crane game in the entire game because it moves extremely fast. I mean, faster than any other crane game in general. So here's me trying to think, okay, I can just get myself a different copy ability, but then this cannon keeps on deciding, no, I'm not going to let you get that ability. That'd be too easy for you. So pretty much just fly to the end of the stage in this case, so it makes it nice and easy for you. So, just flying along. I have to say that compared to Orange Ocean, Rainbow Resort in terms of stages isn't too bad. In fact, I will honestly say that Orange Ocean is probably harder than Rainbow Resort. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not going to die. I mean, that is quite much a given. Now, this next stage, I'm actually going to be speeding it up. Why is that? That is because we're going to be doing something that a lot of Kirby games do. And that is a Mook Rush of all the mini bosses that are inside the game. And this takes a while. So that's why I decided to speed it up. So we start out with this guy right here. Gives us some nice crash. Go on to our next one. And we got Mr. TikTok here. So use crash on him. Get rid of him. Get ourselves Mike. Come on up. Mr. Polar here. Just scream at him. And I wanted to keep Mike because I still have one more powerful Mike left. So, Bonkers. And that didn't kill Bonkers, unfortunately, but don't worry. I've dealt with Bonkers more than enough times to deal with him for good. Die, Bonkers. Now give me your hammer. I love hammer. Unfortunately, though, we're not going to be keeping hammer. And here's me trying to think I can skip it. Because we have Mr. Turtle here who gives us the throw ability. Who, guess what? I'm going to die against because I am dumb. So, let's go back in again. Honestly, it's this one and the backdrop ability boss that I always have hard times with because I try to go rushing in, but I shouldn't do that because that usually ends up getting me killed, while every other mini boss I can easily avoid. Which is interesting that they've, to my knowledge at this point, they pretty much cut him out, but I don't know if the one that would give you suplex is different. They didn't cut out this beetle enemy. They actually replaced him with a different ability come later Kirby games, which is the actual beetle ability inside of Triple Deluxe. But we're gonna keep using throw right here because it's very effective and grab ourselves some backdrop. Unfortunately though, we're going against the lion. And the lion is not a good idea to use backdrop. It's powerful, as you can see, but it's not effective because you just end up getting a little bit too close to him. And there I go again. But no worries, this is gonna be the last of the mini bosses, I believe. So once we beat him, we'll be done with the stage. As you can see, that's why I sped this up because this takes a while. Ow. Stop biting me. All right, fly up, nope. All right. Just have him go down, get fireball, which always seems like an odd one. And there we go. Here is the end of the stage. So let's get to the end. There's a little Maxim tomato for you if you need it. And that takes care of Rainbow Resort Stage 2. And for number 2, we get a number 2 on this mini game. Am I ever gonna get a number 1 again? Yes, I'm actually gonna get 1, and only 1. But let's move on to stage 3 now, which has a bunch of sleep enemies. This is what I like to consider the regular enemy Mook Rush of the game, in which I am also going to die in, because if you've not learned at this point, Roxas is not good at this game. Roxas is really not good at this game. And again, the same could be said about a lot of 8-bit games. A lot of them. But either way, go through here and we have a lone sword knight. And kill the sleeping enemies, because why not? Now this area right here, it feels a little bit odd because you get caught on the edges of the stage a lot. And that's kind of annoying at times. But absorb the Sir Kibble there, give ourselves a cutter and completely lose it. Go me. Go me. At this point, I'm just going, you know what? No, War of Attrition. We're doing this. Go, 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 Kirby. Go, 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 go. Yeah, Kirby did it. Now, I want that Maxim tomato. Out of my way, Broom Witch. You will not deny me this delicious tomato. I ate my tomatoes. All right, so go inside here and, oh, Meta Knight. I see you've gotten yourself another mask after, you know, I sliced up your last one. I don't know why you want to hide yourself. You look so adorable. And again, maybe that's why, because nobody would take him seriously. In fact, I'm reminded of a Smash Bros. Image that somebody did in which Meta Knight's mask was taken off, and then Lucina, I think it was Lucina, was just hugging him because he looked so adorable without his mask. I don't know, some of the Smash fan art is really hilarious. And go me. I don't know what I was thinking when I died right there. Probably nothing. Probably nothing, honestly. I think I know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking, I'm almost done with this game. I've not had a really bad time besides the fact having to play through it twice because of corrupted footage, but that's more, I can't blame the game for corrupted footage. I can blame myself for that. But let's go to this minigame and a 4. We're not even on stage 4. We're on stage 3, Kirby. Come on, get it right. I'm supposed to get a 3. And honestly, it just feels weird that they didn't put a lot of switches inside of the last of the stages in the game. I mean, you'd think that that's what they'd do. They'd put a lot of switches at the end of the game, but no, they just put them all inside Orange Ocean, which was annoying to get, mind you, which is why actually you ended up seeing me come in with a hammer, because at the beginning of the episode, that was me going back to actually get the 2 switches that you saw in the last episode from stage 6-1 and 6-2. And that's just the hammer ability I had left over. So, I mean, that's not bad, but I instantly disregarded it. Now, we're gonna be dying inside this stage too, because I seem to have a trend. I must die at least once, twice, at most. I think I've died 3 times in one stage in this project. So why don't we just continue that trend? That terrible trend. It's a good thing I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to, you know, no death runs, although that's how I sort of was with Kirby's Dream Land, because that actually took me a while to get a no death run, but that's another story. Well, not no death run, to get it to where I felt it to be adequate, because I did die inside of Kirby's Dream Land, I just remembered. Which one was it? There was a game that I ended up recording through that I had to ultimately scrap, that I can't remember it. Which is odd, because, I mean, I'm so bad at these old 8-bit games, yet I can play through Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 without dying, usually. I mean, I did Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on Proud Mode 2 times, and didn't die once. In fact, if you actually go on to the Game Anyone playthrough, which I don't fully recommend, maybe I'll redo Kingdom Hearts one day, but on the Game Anyone playthrough of the HD version, I get the achievement for not dying, and the achievement for playing on Final Mix Proud. So that's twice that I've done that. And yet I die so many times inside these old 8-bit games. Why? Why do I suck at old gaming? Usually it's like the opposite for a lot of people my age, where they're good at the older games, but not the, you know, some of the newer ones. Oh, well, either way, let's go across, get to the end right here. And what are we gonna get this time? A 2. Well, at least 2 times 2 is 4, so that's perfectly fine, but we've broken 1,000,000 points! Oh boy, what do we win? Nothing, because points don't matter. And hi, Crash Bomb. Now, I find this to be a dick move part. Welcome to the Crash Bomb course. Nothing but Crash Bombs. Just run. No, past me, no. Just run. Just run and use Crash on a falling Crash Bomb. That works too. That totally works. Oh, giant wheelie. Am I going to die against you? Why, yes. Honestly, I did not play my best on this one, but hey, it's still better than my train wreck that was Yogurt Yard. Yogurt Yard was probably the worst part in this project, I still say by far. And the stupid part is how I end up dying against this wheelie. I just didn't jump high enough. I mean, it's no real problem. I have 20 lives, and even a game over, I think at most what a game over does is it gets rid of all your lovely points, because we were still in a time in which points mattered. Never mind the fact that most games pretty much cut out a lot of points at this time. I know Mario still had them going into Super Mario World, which Super Mario World was already out by this point. I just realized that, and you think I wouldn't realize that just now, seeing as how I've already said that the SNES was pretty much out in Japan for 3 years at this point. So it makes sense that Super Mario World would be out. But just going across here, oh look, the little enemies are trying to jump to me, and then they fall to their deaths. I can't help but feel responsible for this. No, no, you fool, no! Oh, I didn't even inhale him. He just fell to his death. How sad. It's a good thing they look like they have skulls on their heads already. Ooh, Hothead. Hello, Mr. Hothead. I wonder what you lead to. Oh, you lead to a cannon. A cannon that really does not matter. I have no idea where that leads to. That probably leads you actually to another life. I don't go inside that cannon because there is no switch inside this stage. The switch is going to be inside the 6th and final stage of this place, which is actually going to be where we're going to be ending off the episode. So here's me trying to go into the switch and do everything, but it didn't work. So let's just exit this level, shall we? And up we go. And a 2. I will eventually get a 1, and I have only one more chance to do that. That's on the final regular stage of the game, stage 6. And this is a little treat that I love that Kirby games tend to do at times. They usually tend to put in a level or a remake of some kind of the levels inside Kirby's Dream Land, usually like Green Greens or something. And I just love that little touch. I mean, it's like we're playing Kirby's Dream Land again. Only we're on the SNES. Only we're on the NES. And I'm playing this on the Nintendo Wii. So pretty much what we're going to be doing for this stage is we're going to be going through the entirety of Kirby's Dream Land. Not bosses, mind you, because that would mean I'd have to fight Wispy again. And oh no, I don't think I can fight Wispy again. Oh no siree. But now we're in Castle Lololo, to where we got a bunch of enemies, and I am just using my lovely copy ability. I love the pink, how Kirby just stands out so much more now with pink, compared to how he was, you know, in the original game where he was just black and white, because they hadn't decided on his official color yet. But, get yourself a Maximum Tomato right here, and a free 1-up, so I will gladly grab that. And now on to the 3rd stage of the game, which I always forget this stage of the game, which is annoying. I don't know why I always forget this level in particular inside of Kirby's Dream Land, but oh well. We still got exploding coconuts though, and squids. So many squids. They don't want to be kids, they just want to be squids. You know, with how many times I reference Splatoon, you think I'd probably play it. Or actually, you know, own it. Splatoon's not really my cup of tea. I've played it beforehand, but not really my cup of tea. And I should not be on this ledge right now. I should not, at all. So, Gordo, out of the way. And, why don't we grab this Maximum Tomato? Why not? Right, break that. And now onto the Bubbly Clouds section of the level, which is the end of the stage. Now, you're probably wondering, where is the switch? Well, if you remember inside my Kirby's Dream Land playthrough, there was a little secret door inside the moon at the end of Bubbly Clouds. And that's where our last switch for the game is going to be. Once we get this last switch, we have every single switch inside of Kirby's Adventure, which means all we'll have to do is beat King Dedede, get the Star Rod back, and then we will be done with the game 100%. So, let's just suck everything up. And they cut down this section a lot. A bunch of waddle-doos with parasols and Sir Kibbles. But, let's go inside and grab our last switch. And what does it reveal? The last Warp Star Room. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. But, I think, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be ending it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time will be the finale of Let's Play Kirby's Adventure. See you guys next time.